Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. So we're getting back to the Isaiah 4 and 1. Getting back to the Isaiah 4 and 1 series. I got this idea from, I'm not going to name the content creator. Out of respect for him, because I do respect his content. It's just we ain't always right. Like iron sharpens iron. So sometimes you might need to get a little sharpened by somebody else. So I want to talk about what an alpha is and how for you to practice polygyny or to even deal with these multiple women effectively, you're going to have some alpha characteristics. Even if you're not alpha, you're going to have a little bit of that to even have a mindset to deal with like that polygyny stuff and the Isaiah 4 and 1 abundance mindset in general. Isaiah 4 and 1 says, in that day 7 women will take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own food, wear our own clothes, only let's be called by your name, take away our disgrace. The disgrace is all the things they hear that they believe is not true. That's part of the disgrace too. What do I mean by this? I was watching a particular content creator, and we agree on a lot of stuff, man. In terms of what an alpha is, I kind of disagree with what he said recently, though. Like, he tried to say in the comments, I get why some of them don't respond to the comments, because you got to be sharp and on point, because some of them people in the comments, they be having strong viewpoints and strong views. So you got to be able to present your talking points, if you will. This particular content creator was talking about, and some of y'all probably watch him, so you're going to know who I'm talking about. But I got mad love and respect for him. I just didn't agree with him, and I want to kind of piggyback off of that particular subject. So you made a video about the Pittsburgh Steelers coach, Mike Tomlin. And he was talking about alpha energy and how Glorilla was attracted to his alpha energy. And he even laughed at the lady. It's this one lady. She's kind of attractive to me, but she's like a mega feminist or something. Like the stuff she be saying. And it's like she's still reaching for her talking points instead of saying, you know what, you guys are right. I need a man. You're right. She's still trying to make it seem like she's valid when she's not valid. And she could get broke down too. Because my attitude is, I'll deal with any woman, any success level, anything, but if they don't cooperate with what I'm trying to do, because I'm not going to come off my square, I just stop dealing with them. And that's what I would tell you guys. Don't start simping for a woman. If you marry a brain surgeon or something like that, and you got a regular everyday job, let's say you work for Frito-Lay or some stuff, you still stand on them. What this particular content creator was saying is that you can't be broke and be alpha. I'm going to show you how that's not true. For one, let's start with this. Just like rich guys are often simps, broke guys can be alpha. And let's say it the other way around. There's some broke dudes that's alpha. There's some rich guys that's simp. So you're not an alpha because you got money. You know, if you alpha, you gonna find the money, but you ain't gonna. There's some alphas out there that don't have it. Let me give you an example. I've always been an alpha. You ask any guy that will give you an honest answer that I was dealing with on the block and stuff like that, and they'll tell you. You can't ask no little offshoot ninja that probably don't even like a person. You gotta ask the people who dealt with that person. I was calling shots. Like one particular, my guy that was driving, like when we used to kick it and stuff, he used to ask me, Man, who you want to roll? If I ain't want you in the car, you wasn't in the car. And some dudes, I looked at them like they was simps. And they was player. Like, to me, a player hater, a dirty Mac is a simp. To me, a dude that will mess with another dude that he cool with girl is a simp. So, you not alpha. Okay, let's say a dude got money, but yet he has money, but he'll mess with somebody's wife. That ain't no alpha. That's a beta. That's a simp. A real alpha gonna be like, man, I know these women want me. I ain't gotta deal with no woman who got somebody. Cause they know they gonna get their fair share. A real alpha understands that it's not about looks and money. Now, some dudes be having alpha characteristics that's not alpha. Some dudes try to talk like they alpha, but they not alpha. What I used to do to dudes, and a lot of people didn't even know this. I'm finna show you what I'm talking about. They saw me do it once. But most of the time, people was calling me Kane because I was doing little stuff with nobody around. Remember how Kane ran up on the dude in the drive-thru? Kane, y'all think Old Dog was the alpha male. It was Kane. Kane was the alpha male out of them two. You know? And MCH's character. It wasn't Old Dog. Old Dog could do anything. But the alpha male, women gonna pick him up if he ain't got no car. Women gonna treat him if he ain't got no money. That's the way it is. See, now I know it changed a little bit because people is more superficial now than they were in the 90s. So it has changed some. You can be an alpha with money. You can be an alpha without money. The guy made the point in the comments. He said, if Mike Tomlin was a janitor, she wouldn't have been acting like that. And a lot of people agreed with him, including me. The particular content creator didn't agree with him. And a couple other people didn't agree with him. Now, another reason, okay, where I live at, it's a lot of white folks with money. They not alpha, they scary as hell. I come around, these dudes, a lot of these guys do not, like, I be happy, but they do not, like, it's like a flight energy. You know how you have fight or flight? It's like a flight energy. But they got money though. See? And a lot of them, if you see them with their wives, they wives running the show. But they got money though. This is why I say it's a lot of pookies that's alphas. A lot of pookies that's alphas. Women are attracted to the alpha energy. He mentioned a scenario in Walmart, which I agree with him. But here's the thing. Like, you can be a construction worker with grease all over you. If you alpha, you alpha. Women gonna be attracted to it. And you don't even, okay, you could be alpha and women still, like, a lot of women still not gonna cooperate with you. They'll spend all of their time trying to change you. But that don't mean you not alpha. The main thing with being an alpha is the mindset. It's like a fearless mindset. ability to adapt to all different type of situation mindset. If you go broke, you go broke, you still gonna have your same confidence and you gonna come back up. That's why I say a dude can be broke. Being broke don't stop you from being alpha. There's been times I work jobs. I'm the alpha male at the job. But people ain't know, like, at times I was broke. But they steady. That didn't change nothing. You got the beta males trying to make the females and the other guys look down on you. You got the sigmas that's in between, like they respect your alpha, but they gravitate back and forth. And then it be people like the bosses be having the highest pay, straight up simps. They not alpha. Do TD Jakes got money or no? Is TD Jakes an alpha? Hell no. Nothing alpha about him. The man won't stand up for himself or tell the truth to save his life. But he got more money than practically anybody on YouTube. There's probably only a couple people on YouTube that got more money than TDJ. Like the Kevin Garnett's and stuff like that. Kevin Garnett has a lot of alpha characteristics. He has a lot of alpha characteristics. When you look at the NBA, what's the show with Ernie Johnson and all of them? Who would you say is the alpha? It's Barkley out of them. You go on, let's see something else. Tupac has some alpha in him. He teetered though. He has some beta in him too. He has some alpha characteristics. Trump has alpha characteristics. You always gonna see those guys that might not be the dude with the most money, but like if I go around a lot of dudes I know, I'm still an alpha. You want to talk about fighting? Most alphas know how to defend themselves. Like when I was younger, a kid, I was still an alpha. I didn't like to fight per se, but when I fought, I was pretty successful. I fought dudes when I was super skinny that fought me because they thought they was just going to pick me up and dump me on the ground and be punching me in the face. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. Only one dude got me on the ground like that. And I was still punching him. He got a couple nice ones off and we ended up jumping him, but you know, in college I was the alpha. Definitely in college. Did I have money in college? No. They was sending me money. I was the alpha though. Had plenty women. Dudes was following my lead. I would ask anybody that can remember. We were at Jackson State. I was the one that was orchestrating them panty raids. Like two of them. Like the power went out one time. We out there because it was second floor against third floor. Anybody that was there, I tell you, just I don't lie on here. I don't lie, period. We had it planned out. It was second floor versus third floor. We were going to go to the old football field and have a little pretend floor gang fight, right? In Stewart Hall. third floor against second floor, right? So we go to the old football field. We play fighting and stuff. It get the raining real hard. Like when we was in college, the rain didn't stop nothing. So it get the raining real hard. And we out there, and I'm going to try not to make this too long because I'm still out here working. But we out there play fighting and get the rain, and we in a pile like a football team. Chatting. I'm right in the middle. I'm right in the middle, like with everybody around me. We jumping, chatting. We ain't fighting each other. We back there chatting, singing, rapping and stuff like that. So I said, come on, let's go. Let's get in that door. So we went to the door. Alexander, what was it? Alexander East. We ran to the door. Who was the first one to run up in there? Me. Now, they all, we was following, like the girls, they heard us back there because they was watching us. Like one side of it, they was watching the whole thing what we was doing back there. So they heard us. They knew we was finna raid. So they was throwing eggs at us, pouring pots of water down. They was throwing pencil. They were breaking crayon, throwing it at us, like playfully cussing us out and stuff. We got in there, right? We got in there. The girls just doing their thing. Like we caught some of them by surprise. The girl on the stairwell. They like, hey, they all trying to touch her up. I went right in between them. Like, hell no, man. No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing it like that, man. So they stopped. We went back to the raid. Girls was like, what the F y'all doing in here? And F trying to cuss. So we ran towards them, but they had the plan. They had a garbage can. And I don't know if they put water in it, but they had a bunch of garbage. They poured it on the ground and ran. When we tried to go towards them, everybody fell. And people was not coordinating, getting up. I'm coordinating, man, get up. So we going through there, right? We ran through there. We came out the front. By the time we came out the front, the girls that seemed like they knew that I was the one that, had people running up in there. Because I used to always be in there. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. They started co-ed because they couldn't catch me or I stayed in the girls' dorm. And I was skinnier back then, so I could lay flat on the bed and they won't even know I was in there. So after a couple times, like one time I just flat out ran them and ran through the back door. The elevator would be open. So like everybody that went to Jackson State back then, you knew that sometimes when nobody using the elevator, it'd be open. Ran in the elevator, pushed the button, ran up. Like a couple times I would run up the stairs. They couldn't catch me. So, but back to that, we came out the front. At this point, practically all the girls is in their windows in the front of Alexander East. You got the plaza right there. You got Alexander East. They just throwing stuff at us. So we trying to run because campus police know by now, like somebody probably told, I slipped. Boom! Right in the middle. Muddy, we all muddy and stuff because we was back there, play fighting. Then it started raining. People were slipping and falling. Then we fell when they poured that garbage. Campus police came right to me. I'm just standing there. They looked at me. They always was thinking I was the ringleader and everything. Man, you can ask anybody that's still alive. Some of the people that passed away, they used to always think I'm the ringleader and everything. So they came. I'm just trying to keep a straight face. My guy, one of my college buddies, he was laughing and smiling. So the dude got mad at him, told him you could keep laughing like a fat, called him the F word, 3 letters. All you want to. At this point, I bust out laughing. He said, man, you can't say that to no student. Man, I was crying, dude. I'm talking about just laughing. But they always came to me like I'm the ringleader and everything. Just like on these jobs, ringleader. When I was at the nursing home, ringleader. They wasn't paying us enough. I was the one pushing the supervisor, bumping heads with the supervisor, and went to human resources. Like, we need to talk about these wages. They think they trying to make us make what they made back when they was doing. So I got tired of the supervisor. I quit and moved on. They got their meeting in there. They told me wasn't nobody even talking. Because I had already told them, just let me do all the talking. That's what I always used to say. Same thing when I was back there in Milwaukee Electric too. They was trying to pay us back when they first opened up. We was testing the tubes. I said, let me do all the talking. I said, they wanted us to work Christmas. Can you believe that? They wanted us to work Christmas Eve and Christmas because a lot of people was ordering that stuff. So we needed to hurry up and test it so they could get it out the same day. So I said, well, we'll do time and a half for Christmas Eve. But Christmas, we need double time. I think Christmas fell on a Sunday. That was like 95, 96. I think Christmas fell on a Sunday. So they thought they wasn't going to agree because we had a little workers meet. And they thought it wasn't. I said, man, just let me do all the talking. I said, I'm telling you, they're going to agree to it. So I said, we need time and a half for Christmas Eve. We need double time to work Christmas. They agreed. Them dudes practically picked me up. Man, that check was so fat back then. That next check, we worked Christmas. We was first shift. We worked Christmas Eve and we worked Christmas. I think that was the weekend. So we got time and a half for Christmas Eve and double time for Christmas. People was sitting good. We was all talking about it the next week. Like, man, that check was fat. We was working through it. We all was temp agents. I think it was Cornwell back then. People in Wisconsin, you know about Cornwell. So, did I have money? While even in Texas, we working for labor ready now. We working a labor ready assignment. Couple times this happened. First time, they said, well, everybody, we only need 3 people to stay at the warehouse. I'm telling you, it's people out there that might watch this video that was there. They'll tell you I'm telling the truth. We was working at a furniture place, and they was doing stuff downtown like Dallas. I raised my hand first. I said, well, I need to get paid today, so I need to stay back. 'Cause, you know, I got to pay my bills. That's when we was living in budget suites. Like, we was having a hard time when we first got there. Hard time finding a place. Budget suites, man, I'm telling you, it'd be saving people. So I had to pay like every day. I raised my hand. Another guy raised his hand. Then 2 other people raised their hand. They only needed 3, so it created a problem. I said, well, I raised my hand first. They was arguing, well, we gonna send all y'all home, y'all don't get it right. I said, hey, man, I said, I don't have no problem going to the hotel as long as you can guarantee that I'm gonna get paid today, right? They said, well, we gotta make some calls, this. They came back, guarantee. I said, cool, I'll go to the hotel. So I went to the hotel, right? We had to, you know, before he came back, the white dude live at home was like, well, technically, you can get paid, you can fax your time in, and you'll get it first thing Monday. I said, I need my money today. It was a Friday. So they agreed. I went to the hotel and stuff. I don't know what was going on, but I was partnered up with the white dude. He said, well, technically, I live at home, so it don't matter. I shook my finger. I was mad. I said, that's why you saying that. I said to somebody like, I don't like dude, man. They need to get dude away from me, because I was mad. But I calmed down. Another alpha male. You had control over your temper. So they tried to weasel out of paying us the same day. So I came up, I got them all. I said, hey, they told us they was going to pay us today. I said, if they try not to pay us, we just going to leave. So they agreed. There was a mole somewhere. Somehow they found out. And they said, well, yeah, we're going to pay y'all today, right? They paid us at 6:30. They paid us, but then they going to try to say, well, we still need y'all to finish the job. I said, well, y'all going to pay us the rest of the money? They was acting like they wasn't going to pay the rest of the money. So we getting into it with the white dude. The dude from Mississippi got into it with him. I got into it with him. I told him, man, don't you ever in your life speak on my situation and you living at home. So when we got paid the first amount of the money, the young dude, he was like 19. He left. He had somebody come get him. He left. But he went along with the first part of the plan that, you know, we can, if they don't pay us. He just changed his plan. When he got paid, he left. So we was working till like 10:30. We didn't get the rest of our money right away. And me and him got into it. And you know, down in Texas, you know, they use the police as bodyguard, some of the people down there. Like mainly some of the white folks. They use the police. They try to call the police on you to protect. So I went off on this dude. He was yelling at me. I said, man, who you yelling at? I'm not from Texas. Keep in mind, this dude half my age. I said, I ain't one of these Texas dudes. I'm from up north, man. You'll get wrecked. You know, I was trying not to cuss, but I was coming real close. I said, matter of fact, I said, hey, man, I forgot the dude, but it was Terrell. Terrell was like 6'8", big old black dude. And his brother was driving. I said, man, pull his truck over. I'm about to whoop him. They pulled over. I said, man, get out the truck, man. You yelling at me like you tough. Let's see. He wouldn't get out. I just kept talking. I was going off on him. I said, y'all think y'all know everything about God? Y'all think you still in slavery time? Man, I got everything out on this dude. All of this stuff, man, is what alphas do. When I was working at Luke Zodica, I wasn't trying to get with none of the women. But a couple of them, I could have. They liked me. Same situation, Mike Tomlin. I ain't had money like that. I ain't had money like that. Because to be alpha, you don't need money. I'ma always be alpha. If I'm 80 years old, I'm gonna be an 80-year-old alpha. Running stuff. You ain't gonna run everybody and everything, but when it come to women, I ain't dealing with no woman that ain't following my lead. Cause she could be crazy. Something could be wrong with her. If I dealt with one, let's say, I like to use Ebony K, for example. Because Ebony K is pretty. Guys is turned off by the bus driver stuff. She said, well, you got to own the bus. Listen. I'm going to tell you like this. If I want to shoot my shot at a woman, I'm going to shoot my shot. One thing that I would say is not alpha is thinking the cold approach don't never work. It still works sometimes. It just works different. And it varies from person to person. But to say it don't work at all, that's not alpha either. Because it still works sometimes. Like, even if they like you and stuff like that, that don't mean they're going to keep liking you. And to deal with multiple women, man, you're going to have to be a shot caller. If they make more than me, hey, You make more than me. So what? You still ain't calling no shots. I'm calling the shots. You can't. Guys like me don't grow on trees. Mark Smith, I can shoot a bow and arrow practically better than a gun. I can fight with my hands. I can build fire. I'm not even handy like that, but I can be when I have to be. All of this is alpha stuff, man. You ain't gonna find too many all the way rounded guys. Now, as far as my marriage, I'm gonna tell you why the main reason why my marriage went wrong. Because what happens is when you start having trials and tribulations, both people had to be strong enough to rise above them. We lost 2 kids. We was getting cars, like we was losing stuff. But I was never losing confidence. And I was never losing ambition. You can't say the same for everybody. Some women will take the approach where they want to play games with you. An alpha not going to play games. Eventually, an alpha going to be like, you know what? You could just move around. And these things happened. I'm going to just tell you like that. There were situations on jobs where I had to stand on my square. It didn't always work out that well. But sometimes you have to stand on your square, man. Some people will penalize you for it. You still got to do it. You got to know when you got to do it. I'm not finna sit up there and let people blame stuff on me that I know I ain't had nothing to do with. So sometimes you got to stand on your square. But anyway, let me get out of here. Get on out of here. I'm still gonna watch them. I still agree with a whole lot, but that right there, I ain't agree with that. Some of these dudes, okay, so PJ Washington, an alpha. Point made. Bye.